Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming. We are here in City Skylines. And where we last left off, well, I can't really remember where we left off, but we were fixing some things up. And I also spent some time. I actually got my other commercial park. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There? There? Nope, not that one. Right there. So this is the one I had. It has the... Yep. I'm just gonna jump in here. It's the one that has the dumpster there. That's the one that was working, and this one I had to actually rebuild it. This one was the one that wasn't working. So as you can see, it's very similar. Got the tree on both sides here. A couple tables just for people who might be at yakisoba, tasty noodles. So yeah, they have a place to sit out in the sun, enjoying the day as the traffic rolls on by. Anyway, yeah, there are two parking spots, or two sets of parking spots on either side, so yeah, that's all good. And I did have to... Yeah, I ended up updating this one to have a fountain. There wasn't originally a fountain. But, yeah, other than that, I did add those in. I have a few more here. And what else did I do? I decided to take this intersection, and that is off. And that could be because I decided to bring this road in through here to connect into this neighborhood specifically. I don't know how it's going to affect traffic all too much. Although, what are you? What are you zoning? Okay, yeah, a 2x4. And yeah, there was a little bit of off zoning that was made. I also fixed this up so it should be a little bit more straighter. I had some broken zoning that I just did not like at all, and oh no. So I'm gonna have to fix that because of OCD. I was kind of running out of money as I was doing my changes. And so we are going to go like this. Let's take the snap to grid off. No. Let's go back to this, and can I squeeze it in? Or am I going to be kind of screwed? That completely tears out the zoning, but I don't really care. I just did not like how that was actually zoned. Alright, so that is fine. And yeah, I've placed some parks here just to prevent, the zoning from, conflicting like this. It would be nice if they had kind of two sets of zoning, so there's all the zoning that comes off this one, all zoning that comes off this one, and when you zone there, what would happen is whatever zoning gets the building there first. So if a building was built here, it would eat away and get rid of those zones so that you can have full maximum potential zoning even when you have these weird shapes. Right now how it does it, it kind of forces, tries to make sure you have at least two deep zoning off of every single road, so you end up getting these horrible messed up, one tile and whatever this is piece, a 1x4 with a 1x2 kind of tied together. What it doesn't do is it doesn't add this to this zoning because of course the road is kind of off. Anyway, I also added this. I decided I wasn't going to have any zoning along this main road. It is mostly going into this this residential section as well as out here. So I did not want to have any traffic along this main road. Ideally, what I would want to have is to be able to basically remove the zoning off of this, much like the highways. They don't have any zoning along them. What I would love to see is a mod that allows you to build these roads, every set of road actually, without any zoning at all, so you don't have like zoning conflicts. Like if I were to build a building here, will it zone onto this road or onto this road? We don't know. The only way to force the building to zone to a particular road is to use something like a path that closes off the tiles that you do not want to zone to. So this is going to be tree lined eventually. It might have a pedestrian path, although I don't believe that they necessarily like them any more than just the regular sidewalk, because they basically do the same thing. And so yeah, that's what I'm basically doing with this space. And I scattered in some high density residential in there, as well as, did I do anything in here? No, I didn't. So what I'm going to do, I didn't really zone in too much, and we are just going to do, some blocks here. And if I were to make a 4x, let's do a 4x here, so there's a 3x. We can make something like this, kind of a mixed zoning type of thing, where it's not all single family residences, it's not all big apartment buildings. It's kind of a little bit of everything. And what I like to do, since this is pretty much residential here, I'm going to, we have a little bit of demand, although low demand, so not really much demand anyway, but we're gonna put an office in. Oh no. No. Yeah, your house is going to be... Yeah, let's get rid of you. I don't like that. And we are just going to do that. Yes, indeed. That will allow that to be fully zoned. And that was only a 2x2 building? Yeah. So we want to minimize all those small little buildings, as I've had the problem in the past where, let's say we have a park somewhere. Let's say we have a park here and you have a 1x4 building right here. What ended up happening, it was so close to the park and in such a low land value area that the building was basically complaining about land value issues, even though it was otherwise in a very nice area. It was kind of retarded. Yes, indeed, retarded. And yeah, we are going to... let's connect it like that. Okay, that's fine. Although, what I'm going to do instead is delete you. And we're going to put you right here. Indeed. I would rather have that maximum potential zoning. This we can just put in, I don't know, park. And yeah, this is my 4x1 right side and 4x1 left side. And this is my tree lined park. Unfortunately, it's designed to be 4x1 against the road rather than 1x4, which I think might be a little bit more useful. Tiny park. Nope, not 2x2. This is a 1x4 park. How does that look? That is kind of... Where did I find that? Anyway. So that will go in there. That'll be nice. So we are going to zone some more. I'm going to do some high density. Yeah, let's build a high density there. I'm going to build another one there. And let's say 2 offices spaces there. That's 8x4. How are we doing for leisure? Not natural resources, not districts. Leisure. We are going to want to have some leisure in this area, so we might not want to do that. Alright, so let's go back to zoning. And yeah, let's actually instead... Let's go back to parks, and I have $777, so I'm going to let that run. And yeah, indeed. That is turned off, that's all right. And we have small park. It's not really small. It's not really small. We got a small playground. That will work beautifully. And awesome. We can put... How is that going to look? Let's build it. And then jump out of this view. And... No, let's not. Oh yeah, that's a negative. So we are just going to relocate the building, and we are going to relocate it somewhere good. Although not there. Is there anything there? Nope. Let's throw it there. It's not too far from the original place I had it. And actually close out of there and just go into this. Yeah, they are going to need something else. So let's take a look at the other things. We have a Japanese garden. I like it a lot because it fits into these areas a lot easier without destroying. Yeah. They were finally smart and built a building that has a 4 deep zoning. So what we are going to do is we're going to place it on the right there. This $2,500. And how's that doing for... So bump it up a bit. Oh yes, they're going. We might want one more building in this area just to give them the maximum amount of zoning if possible, and there is some upgrading. That is good to see. But otherwise, the city's looking pretty nice. And oh yes, that's right. This place is probably going to be abandoned pretty quickly. Only because, well, yeah, I didn't provide any access to the highway. That's what I'm going to do right now, so we better take care of that. Now, how do I want to have this highway access? Let's see. What do I have for interchanges? And I know I'm probably going to have to destroy highway interchange without ramp. Nope. 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 That could work. It's one of these. It goes like that. On the road. Although it would mean having to destroy a lot of highway. It would have to... gonna cost $12,000. So that is highway overpass to 2x2 divided. So that could potentially work in there. It's not going to work in here. Not that I need it. Plus, I'm thinking, yeah, for the most part, it's going to be sloped too steep. Although this area is all right. I could build it there. Although I'm thinking, are those going to be too short of ramps, especially for this area? Do I want longer on-ramps? Do I? Let's just use the highway tools, shall we? So what we can do is kind of build a cloverleaf exchange, possibly. Or not. We are going to want to have traffic exiting off. And what if I... Yeah, I really should have thought about this. Maybe I'll look over here. And yes, this is another thing I worked on. I found a way to squeeze this in through here. I did not have to destroy any of the existing ramp system. One thing I did do is upgrade this to a 2-lane one-way from the original highway that was there. And that is mostly to give 2 lanes. So anyone that's coming through here, they'll take the left lane if they want to go straight. Take the right lane if they want to go off into that area. And yep, that means that with this, everyone coming out that's going out that direction, they will go in the left lane, way back there, to take that road, and the other 2 lanes will be used for this traffic. Far right lane will go through there, so there should be no traffic issues at all, no merging problems, nothing like that of the sort. And because of the 3 lanes here, 3 lanes there, I did upgrade this to 3 lanes. I made this 3 lanes even though it goes into a 2x2. Same thing with this, and same thing with this. Although, yeah, the inner lane is not really used. Not that it needs to be. But it's there for, I guess you could call it, future-proofing. And yeah, I built this pedestrian walkway just to provide access. And it does look like people are using it. But, yeah. I had to also move the buses down a bit, just because I wasn't sure where I was going to have it come out. But that's not really important. Anyway, what was I working on? That's right, over here. Yeah, I kind of went back to a... Anyway, so how would be best served to get traffic into and out of this area? And with this, yeah, this is only going into the city, and this is only coming out of the city. And I may provide, actually no, I don't want to provide any highway access into this area. This is simply a connection to get from this part of the city to this part of the city. Now, it is highway ramp, and what I might do, and I also want to think about passenger rail. Let's go on that and just build a guide road. I'm going to build it here. Is this going to be an issue? It just might. If I build like that, that shouldn't be a problem. That's actually pretty good. Don't lose too much of zoning, and yeah, that's mostly my concern. So if we have a guide road here, only question is, how do I want traffic to come in through this area? Because I only have this one main route in here. What I might do, I line this up so that it would have back-to-back zoning, but what I can do is I can actually delete this or upgrade it, or run a 2-lane road like this to about here. And then something like this. And what I might just do is just to not, just so that it does not conflict with any of the zoning in this area, I'm going to build some pedestrian path like that. Maybe, oh, space already occupied. Let's take off snap. And that just for now. Back to straight, redo this. Yeah, like that. That should be good. And, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah, like that. That's fine. Let's just... Oh, no, you do not do that. Really? Curve. Alright, that's better. And so what I am going to do is I'm going to connect these onto this end of the highway. So we are going to go back to roads, highway ramp, and something like that. Going to disconnect power, that's fine. And that, and like that. Although, nah. What I would like to do is take snap to grid off. Yeah, I want to bring it down to about here. Do the same thing here. Or not. Nope. We're just going to go to about... Yeah, not going to worry about the zoning over here. To about... right about there. And then bring it down to there and to there. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Well, unless... yet another OCD moment. Unless I just extend this to right about here. And then I come down. Oh yes. I'm feeling that. Are you feeling it? Yes, that works. That works. Awesome. Although, yeah, but, it's not going to be perfect. We are going to upgrade this so that they can go back that way. Awesome. Now we just want to connect this to the main part of the city. And there we go. Oh yes, they need power. They need power badly. Power. There's power. Let's bring this over to here. No, go to here and then over to here. And how are you doing? Yep, we got power. We got power back. Alright, so now that area of the city is now connected to the grid. So all the people who moved in will now be able to at least access the city while we figure out where... Oh, that's right. That's right. I did connect this, so I didn't actually have to worry about... yeah. Yeah. All the people are now using this to get into that section of the city, but that's to be expected. And this is making a... Yeah, I'm going to upgrade this because I can. And that will give them 2 lanes to choose from. It will give them a right lane and in either left or a straight lane. And yeah, indeed, it looks like most of them are going that direction. And yes, I had wondered why the city was looking so limited with traffic. And we got some people taking this route into the city. Alright, so what I am going to do... We are going to want to have a more... No. Where's our commercial? Commercial's here. We have a bit of commercial here and here. This is probably mostly going to be residential. And so, yeah. What I'm going to do... I don't yet have a plan for this area specifically, but I am going to extend this road down to about here. And leave that like that for now. Although, what I might do is upgrade this, but in addition to upgrading, shifting it over one. And yeah, that's what I want to do. Alright, so we are going to want to come over to about... Alright, so that's one block. We have two space, one for the... Yes, indeed. Let's go to this and connect it like that. We're going to bring this over to there. Delete that. We could have also extended the road rather than deleting it. But yeah. Anyway, that's looking pretty good. And yeah, that was another addition I made. I figured until I figure out something better, I might as well connect that. So our industrial has some place to actually send their goods to other than outside the map. Anyway, that is looking all right, and yeah, we are going to build high-density residential along the highway, I think. Or was I going to do offices? You know, actually offices would probably be better just because of reasons. So we are going to do offices here. And I'm going to leave a 2 gap. Also, one thing I haven't really been doing much is planning where my metro is planning to be. Because now the city's beginning to fill out. We're starting to fill up all those other spaces. And we do kind of want to have a metro eventually. And it might be a good idea to start planning for that eventuality, but that will have to come next time. Thank you for watching this episode of City Skylines. My name is Scott for SB Gaming, and have a good day.